Alright. What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'll teach you how I'd get rich from Faceless YouTube in 2026 if I had to start over. Okay. This is going to be a very chill back, just me dropping the sauce, right? I'm not going to make shit up. I'm not going to make things look a lot nicer than they actually are. This is going to be a very valuable video. Make sure you watch until the end, take action. It should make you a lot of money, right? So if I lost everything tomorrow and had to rebuild my bank balance from absolute zero, I'd start a faceless YouTube channel. If you are completely new to my channel and have no clue what a YouTube automation channel is, go watch my previous videos. But if you want me to give you a highlight reel here, it's basically starting a faceless channel where you don't have to be in front of the camera talking like how I am. No need to have these microphones and everything. You just hire a team, delegate the videos production, post the videos they make you to your YouTube channel, and YouTube pays you the money, right? So, but not the way most people are doing it. See, while everyone on X is basically flexing screenshots of $20,000 months, most of these guys are either lying or leaving out the part where they spent $15,000 to make the 20 grand, right? So they're actually just profiting 5 grand, right? So what you see on Twitter is not always the real story. Today, I'm going to show you the exact system I'd use to build a portfolio of faceless YouTube channels that could actually make you rich in 2026. No BS, no hype. I'll give you the real strategy. Okay. So stay logged in until the end because I'll reveal the exact strategy. And I also will drop some exit strategies, like, where you can sell off your channel for a good multiple, and basically turn your portfolio of channels you built into a 6-figure exit, right? A nice payday for you. So look, I'm not going to again sugarcoat things. I'm talking about building profitable faceless channels. And no, this is not some guru, just making claims of how you can make a shit ton of money. This is a real business model. It requires you to put in the effort. Do not treat this as a hobby. You have to treat this as a real business. And if you do, the upside is massive, right? So yeah, I'll just walk you through everything there is to know about the game. Let's dive right into the video. And you know what? In fact, before we do dive into the video, I'm running a limited time offer right now. And probably I don't even need to promote this offer here because already I'm blown up with a bunch of DMs and everything. But before I do that, check out this channel, guys. Just got monetized, right, on one of my channels. And as soon as we get monetized, day one, we hit $372 a day, right? And that's not even the crazy part. The channel, it's skyrocketing with a very nice RPM, right? $9 RPM, has almost 200,000 views, expected to hit 300K. So we are expecting a $2,000 a day for tomorrow, right? That's $2,000, not in a month, not in a week, but in a single day, right? And that's day 2 of monetization, by the way. And again, guys, I made a post on my Twitter where I said, looking for partners. I want to partner a 50-50 on a YouTube automation channel because why not? It's fun to grow a bunch of channels and print a ton of money this Q4 and beyond. And the response was very overwhelming. I just made this random post before I went to bed yesterday night. And the response is I wake up to whole bunch of people just commenting partner, wanting to be the partners and everything. But while I'm considering, I'm not going to be working with everyone. And of course, I can't work with everyone because this is not a coaching. This is me literally partnering up with you one-on-one to help grow the channel. So we both are benefiting off of it. But I do want to also let the opportunity let you guys know about the opportunity because why not? My fan base on YouTube deserves to get access to this stuff. So if you're interested and are qualified, meaning you have access to capital and everything to be able to invest into the growth of the channel, just go ahead, click the link below and apply. We'll see if you're a good fit and if there's spots still available for you to hop on. So what happens is basically we will pick the niche, right? I'm the strategist. I'll do all of the stuff. I'll choose the niche, hire the team, build the content system, launch the first channel to $3,000 to $6,000 a month. And not just that, I'll also be giving away my YouTube automation coaching program for absolutely free, which usually costs $6,000. Right? I've had a bunch of people pay 6 grand to join the program, but I'll give it away for free if you're going to be my partner, right? So yeah, basically you'll be partnering up with me on a YouTube automation channel together. Literally me having skin in the game, right? You're partnering up with me. We will grow the channel together, split the profits 50-50. And this is not for everybody. Very limited spots. I don't know how many people I'm going to take on. So schedule the call if you're qualified, and let's see if we still have spots available. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's dive into the video, guys. Step one, how do you get rich off of Faceless YouTube? Step one is you need to pick the right foundation. Okay, I know everybody says it. Pick the right foundation. What does that even mean? Your niche, that's the foundation I'm talking about. Okay, your niche will make or break the entire game, right? Like you getting into YouTube automation, the day one thing you need to lock in is your niche. If you get into a bad niche, you post hundreds of videos, you will, by the end of the 100th video, you will find your bank balance is lower than you initially started. If you start with the right niche, you have made 10 times more money. Okay, you need to choose a niche that checks these three critical boxes. First is big audience with high interest, okay, or small audience with very high value audience. Small audience yet high value ones. So this means people actually spend time watching content in the space, not just clicking, but actually watching. Two, advertisers willing to pay premium rates. Talk about finance, tech, business, luxury, real estate. All of these are high RPM niches. The audience is high value. So the advertisers are willing to pay high rates to get in front of these audiences because they make a lot more in return if the audience ends up buying, because these are high value people. So get into these ones, or right, these niches have high RPMs because the advertisers have deep pockets. Three, longevity and scalability. You can build a business on a fading trend. You need something that will be relevant for upcoming years, right? At least 2 years from now. So what most people get wrong is they scroll through social media, see posts under the hashtag YouTube automation. This faceless channel prints money while you sleep, post on Twitter, right? And they just copy whatever niche is being hyped that week. So don't do that. Don't be that guy, right? If you're going to find niches that way, I'm telling you 99% of you are going to already fail. That's not how you find niches. Why? Because if the niches are out in public like that, it means you're already too late. When everybody talks about buying Bitcoin, you should run away from Bitcoin. Right? When nobody is talking about it, that's when you buy. And when everybody is talking about it, that's when you sell the bag. Right? So instead, you do this. Go online on YouTube, look up the recommended channels in your potential niche, check their most recent videos, and see how many views they're actually getting. Evaluate the niches, not their viral hit from 6 months ago, their actual recent uploads. Is this niche performing right now? Is it printing right now? Or it used to print? Okay. Again, like you can go through a bunch of ways to finding competitors, the niches. I made a video sharing the Next Level tool, and just go through the YouTube suggested recommended videos, find the niches. Okay. However, you need to sit down in the trenches, put in the work, find the niches. Check a lot of them. Look at their upload consistency, their view counts over time. Are they growing or declining? Is there even enough money to be made? Right? The research phase is what's going to take you a couple of days, but it'll save you months of wasted effort and money. Okay? By producing videos that are not even going to make you any money. So again, remember, lots of what you see online is just noise or hype. Pick a niche that gives you real revenue potential, not just clickbait potential. You need to sit down and evaluate, is this niche even making $10,000 a month? If it's only making $3,000 a month and you want to get into the niche, chances are you're not even going to do $3,000. You might make less than 1,000, right? Because you're not the first. The competitors are already doing it, and if they could make more, they would be making more. So if somebody is doing 10 grand, so you have a possibility of doing at least 3K in that niche, right? Step 2, build a factory, not a hobby, right? Once you have picked your niche, it's time you set up your systems. Do not be that guy that says, I'll do it all. I'll make the videos myself until I get monetized. No, you won't. You won't make the videos. You will give up, and then you will call YouTube automation is a scam, right? From day one, you need a workflow that looks like this. Idea generation, scripting, voiceover, editing, thumbnail creation, upload, and optimization. Right now, I'm in a position where I do none of this. Everything is automated via my team, right? From idea generation to video getting published, it's all automated. Even the niches I find nowadays is automated. The channels I use are automated. What do I mean by the channels I use? That's a different topic. Okay. Each of these needs to be a repeatable process, and you need people in each of these seats. And you can use AI plus freelancers, so you're not the bottleneck, right? For example, I use voiceover all the time with AI, right? We do AI voiceovers only, like we don't even need humans there. And for scripting, for many of our channels, we use even Claude or ChatGPT for script writing, right? Like it does, you like, of course, it's not completely automated. You still need a writer overlooking these things, adding references to the scripts and everything. But voiceover is fully automated. Editing, we have an editor. Thumbnail can be automated, but we just said, like, let's just still have somebody manual doing it. And then everything else, like uploading, idea generation, optimization, it's all done on autopilot. So you are not trying to be the best video editor or the script writer in the world. You're trying to be the best business operator, right? You want to be the operator, somebody that makes decisions, not out in the trenches trying to do all the shit yourself, right? That's the fastest way you go. This is the fastest way to fail. Okay. Start with 1 or 2 channels, get them producing consistent revenue, maybe 6 to 10 videos a month. Once they gain, maybe 6 to 10 videos per month, once they gain reasonable traction and you have proven the model works, then you scale. Okay. Or even try to do at least 1 video every other day or 1 video every day if you can. Because gradually, you got to start from 1 channel, 2nd channel, lock in on 1 niche, grow it, make money, and then gradually grow to more channels, 5 channels, 10 channels, then more. But don't rush this, okay? This is where everybody messes up. I did too. Each channel needs to be systemized before you add another one, because otherwise you'll just have 10 mediocre channels instead of 1 profitable one. And very quickly you will find yourself in a situation where you have all of these channels, all of these videos being done. You are spending so much money and you are getting no ROI. You are making barely any profits because you just mix the noise with signal. Good channel that actually makes money versus so many bad ones that lose you all the money. Then you can't focus. You can't make anything profitable, right? The profitable people in the business, creators, treat this like a business. They have SOPs, I do. They have teams, I do. They have quality controls, I do all of these things. The ones who fail, treat it like a DIY hobby where they are doing everything themselves and burning out after 3 months and say, YouTube automation didn't work out. These guys on YouTube are lying, right? While the guys on YouTube are printing with YouTube automation. So step 3, content plus algorithm strategy. Okay. Once we have figured out the niche, once we have figured out the factory, right? Meaning putting in the system in place. Third is the execution, right? Talking about the content itself, I can give you a quick nuggets on how the algorithm works. The main key things, the big dominoes that you need to focus on. First off, focus on the long form content if you don't already, right? Forget shorts. Nobody cares about shorts. I know people printing with shorts. I'm not a fan. If you are, go watch some other channel. This video is probably not for you. And when I say long form content, I mean 10 minutes or longer. Ideally aim for 15 to 20 minute videos. Why? Because if it's over 10 minutes, you can place multiple ad breaks. If it's over 15 to 18 minutes, it's ideal for most niches nowadays. And if you can even post longer videos, like videos to fall asleep to, kind of niches, right? There's many categories along those lines where guys are posting 1 hour to 3 hour long videos or even higher in some cases. And these guys are making a lot of money, right? Because it increases your RPM significantly. People literally play these videos and then fall asleep. So YouTube doesn't know that these guys are asleep, right? These viewers are asleep, but it still considers all of those things. The ads get played, and then you just end up with like $25, $30 RPMs. And yeah, those channels, those videos are absolutely printing right now. So for each video, follow the structure clearly, right? There's hook. You need to hook people in the first 30 seconds. And that determines whether someone going to keep watching or click away. Make sure you get that hook, make that hook count. Second, deliver actual value or entertainment. Again, I don't need to teach you the script writing tactics. You need to hire the writer, which is why I said. But to give you an overview, deliver value or entertainment that keeps viewers past the 50% mark. If people are dropping off halfway through, the algorithm won't push your video. Third, end with a strong call to action. Tell them to subscribe, tell them to watch next video, or give them a valuable offer. Now, when it comes to content production, guys, what first thing you need to focus on is the ideas. Okay, the ideas matter a lot. believe me, they matter a lot. If you make a video on a topic that's worth right now, like that's going to get, like that's actually viral, it'll give you thousands of views. While if you make video on a topic that's not as good, doesn't really have the potential, then with the same quality of video, you will get less than 100 views. Right? The only difference is like the demand and supply. You need to find topics that are high demand, low supply, or topics that are performing. And the fastest way to figure out if a topic is good or bad is you make a video on a topic, you post it, and immediately you see it gets very high impressions. Forget views, it gets high impressions. If a video gets high impressions, it's likely because of the video idea. Now, if it got a lot of impressions, you double down and do more. If it got very low impressions, you need to reconsider your ideation strategy, find some other ideas. Okay. So where was I? So here's how you speed up production, right, without sacrificing your quality. Reuse your thumbnail templates, reuse your script frameworks, create systems for everything. Which is why I again said, lock in on one channel, one niche, one channel, get the SOPs, systems, frameworks all in place, so you're not constantly changing things. Right? Again, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to reinvent like make completely new videos every single time. I don't. I come up with a video, it gets 1 million views. We replicate what worked over and over and over again. Again, we get 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 50K views, 30K views, and then it slowly dies off. Then we are on to the next, right? YouTube automation, you don't care. You are there to make money. You're not trying to be the most creative person on the earth, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, like goes over the same things. Again, don't fall for the guys, okay, that are claiming $20,000 in 3 months while they're only profiting like $5,000 off of it. Step 4, monetization and revenue streams. Now, this step is not for everyone, right? A lot of guys on Twitter or that do YouTube automation, there's 3 categories of people. One that do evergreen YouTube automation, second, the trend-based guys, thirdly, the branded guys. Okay, those that are running branded channels, they unlock the streams of affiliates, sponsorships, like brand deals, all of those things, right? Because they are connecting with their audience on a deeper level, and they can sell the digital product, they can do whatever they want. And it's also very high effort, right? It's not easy, it's not for everyone, it's not for beginners. While if you're doing evergreen or trend-based YouTube automation, it's much more beginner friendly. Okay. So if you're doing this, your first source of income is obviously going to be the AdSense revenue, right? Focus on getting your numbers up, the subscribers, the views. Once you have good enough views, you're making great revenue consistently off of AdSense, ideally at least $10,000 a month off of AdSense. That's when you start looking into the actual different sources of revenue streams, like the brand deals, the affiliates, the sponsors, launching your own product. If the audience is high value, for example, you are in the educational niche and you have a faceless YouTube channel that educates people on looks maxing, let's say, you can launch a product, an ebook maybe, or a community where you share more tips and tricks on how to looks max, like 30 days guide, like a $5 ebook. You can do whatever you want. You can sell whatever you want that your audience might be interested in, a good product, and that's it. Off of that, you can make a bunch of money. Or there can be skincare brands that reach out to you literally to be like, hey, promote our product to your audience, and they pay you $5,000 for a video, depending on how many views you get. So you can unlock a bunch of streams like that. Okay, and yeah, they can pay $1,000 to $5,000 per video depending on the niche and your audience size. So focus on growing the channel first, and then you will unlock all of these options later on. And even affiliate marketing. Another example is you just find all of the affiliate links to the skincare products. Again, considering you're in the looks maxing niche, then you get a commission off of every sale you get off of your link from Amazon. So yeah, guys, you can unlock a bunch of these things once you scale up the channel. Step 5, actually scaling and multiplying your portfolio. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. You're going from your channel to building the empire, getting rich. Okay, once one channel is stable and profitable, it's time you duplicate the model. Okay, you can duplicate in many ways. First, duplicate the exact niche that you're in. Start 3 more channels in that exact niche, because why not? If competitors are going to start channels in this niche and they're going to make $5,000 while you make 15, why not just make that $5,000 from them as well? You know what I mean? So just start more because you have already figured out how this niche works. So why not just try to replicate your success more and crush your competition, have a monopoly in your own niche, right? This is what most people don't think of. They just think, I don't want to be my own competitor. If you don't, your competitors are going to start the channels anyways. So you might as well be your own competitor. So no matter where where the audience looks, it's just your channels in the niche, right? So that's one, dominate. Don't compete, dominate. So, or you can also do this, like find adjacent niches with the same structure but different topics. If you're successful with a personal finance channel, maybe you start one focused on real estate investing, same audience, slightly different angle, right? So track earnings by channel, cost of production, and only scale the ones with positive margins. Believe me on this. Do not be scaling channels, posting a bunch of videos, losing track of what's working and what's not, confusing the signal with noise, and then ending up with peanut profits, right? Do not do that. I've done it and I made a very big mistake. So build a portfolio, okay? Build a portfolio of 10 to 20 channels so your risk is spread. If one niche or a channel gets demonetized, you're not starting from zero, okay? And I can't stress this enough. This should be a gradual process. Do not try to start a bunch of channels at once and it's just all going to blow up in your face like it did for me. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Lastly, we have the exit strategy. Once you have the portfolio and everything, then of course you can look into something called the exit, which basically involves you selling your channel, right? If you have a portfolio of profitable channels, you have two main paths from here. Path one is first, of course, keep building, keep scaling the empire. So you can sell your own brand, expand into other media, and become the go-to name in your niche, in your space. Or path two is build with an exit in mind. If YouTube automation is fun, but it's not really the main thing that you really want to do for the rest of your life, you don't see long-term potential, grow the channels to strong, consistent numbers and sell them. Sell them to people that will pay you a very nice six-figure sum. Right? A buyer will pay for recurring profit. If you show a channel doing roughly $10,000 a month consistently, you might sell it to $200,000 to $400,000, depending on the multiple. Okay. And again, depending on the niche, depending on a bunch of different factors. But a conservative sum would be at least 100 grand. Make sure your records are clean here, right? When you're planning the exit, your records need to be clean. You need to track production costs, revenue, audience quality metrics, growth trends. And if you want to exit, you need to show real value to a buyer. Okay. And many people are able to exit. I know few people in my own network that have been able to sell channels for a very nice multiple. So if that's what you want, 100 grand in a single day as for exit, that's it. You just can do that. Okay. And make sure a messy spreadsheet and vague revenue claims won't cut it. You have to be clear. And the niche needs to be something that's long-term, evergreen, sustainable. It can be something that's very fragile and might get terminated anytime soon.